iTCA Malware Analysis Complete Beginner's Guide course. Introduction to Malware Fundamentals. Hello and welcome to the iTCA Malware Analysis Complete Beginner's Guide course. I'm excited to have you here as we dive into the world of malware, one of the most critical threats in today's digital landscape. Before we dive into advanced techniques and tools, it's essential to lay a strong foundation by understanding exactly what malware is, how it behaves, and why it's such a significant threat in today's digital world. Think of this as learning the enemy's playbook before you can defend effectively. Let's look at what you will gain from this video. By the end of this video, you will be able to define malware in your own words and understand its malicious intent. Identify the key characteristics that make malware dangerous. Understand why malware is different from ordinary software. Explain the dangers and impacts of malware on individuals, organizations, and governments. Understand the main motivations behind malware creation and how malware operates through infection, propagation, and execution. Recognize how some malware types work together to increase their damage. If these sound exciting, let's dive in. Definition of malware. So, what exactly is malware? The term malware is short for malicious software, and as the name suggests, it's any program or file intentionally designed to harm, exploit, or compromise computer systems, networks, or user data. Now, unlike ordinary software, programs designed to solve problems, streamline tasks, or improve your experience, like Microsoft Word helping you write a report or Spotify letting you enjoy music, malware has a completely different goal. It's not here to help you. Its goal is to disrupt your operations, steal information, gain unauthorized access, or cause damage. Some common types of malware include viruses, programs that attach themselves to files and spread when those files are shared. Worms, self-replicating malware that spreads automatically across networks. Trojans, malware disguised as legitimate software but with hidden malicious functions. Ransomware, malware that encrypts your files and demands payment for their release. Spyware, secretly monitors your activities and collects sensitive information. And this isn't limited to just laptops or desktops. Malware can target mobile devices, servers, and even Internet of Things devices like smart cameras or home assistants. Imagine someone remotely taking control of your smart thermostat or security camera. This isn't science fiction, it's already happening. Key characteristics of malware. Now that we know what malware is, let's talk about the traits that make it particularly dangerous. Malware usually has one or more of these key characteristics. First, there's stealthiness. Malware often operates in secret, slipping into your system without you even realizing it. Think of it like a burglar breaking into your home without setting off the alarm. You don't know it's there until the damage is done. Second, persistence. Malware doesn't want to be easily removed. Even if you restart your system or run security scans, some malware modifies settings or hides tasks to make sure it survives. Third, replication. Certain malware, like worms, can spread automatically across networks or systems. You don't even have to click anything, just being connected is enough for it to propagate. And finally, payload delivery. This is the actual damage phase. Malware might delete files, encrypt data like ransomware, log keystrokes to steal passwords like keyloggers, or spy on your activity without your consent. What differentiates malware from other software? Now you might ask, how is malware different from a regular software glitch or crash? That's a great question. Ordinary software exists to serve you. It's legal, ethical, and designed to function as intended. Sure, sometimes programs crash or behave unexpectedly, but those are unintentional bugs. Malware, on the other hand, breaks all these boundaries. First, malware is unauthorized. It often installs itself without your knowledge or consent. Second, it performs harmful actions. While software bugs are accidents, malware is created with malicious intent. And third, it evades detection, using tricks like encryption, obfuscation, or constantly changing its code to hide from antivirus programs. For example, Microsoft Word might crash occasionally because of a programming bug. That's annoying, but it's not malicious. Compare that to ransomware like WannaCry, which deliberately encrypts your files and demands payment before you can access them again. That's the key difference. One is an accident, the other is a deliberate attack. The dangers and impacts of malware. Malware isn't just an annoyance or a minor tech problem. It can have real serious consequences depending on who or what it targets. Let's break this down. For individuals, malware can mean identity theft, financial loss, or even a complete invasion of privacy. Imagine waking up, logging into your bank account, and realizing that your entire savings have been wiped out overnight. That's not just a hypothetical scenario, these attacks happen every day. For businesses, the stakes are even higher. Data breaches can leak customer information, ransomware can freeze entire operations, and the reputational damage can take years to repair. Picture a hospital unable to access patient records because ransomware has locked the entire system. That's the level of disruption we're talking about. And when it comes to governments, malware attacks can pose national security risks. They can lead to espionage, disruption of critical infrastructure, and even physical sabotage. A prime example is Stuxnet, a highly sophisticated worm discovered in 2010 that specifically targeted Iranian nuclear centrifuges. It didn't just steal data, it physically destroyed equipment. Now that we understand what malware is, let's dive into why it's created and how it works. This is crucial because understanding an enemy's motives and tactics helps us defend effectively. Common goals and motivations of malware creation. Malware doesn't just appear out of nowhere. Behind every piece of malicious software, there's usually a clear goal. Let's break down the main motivations that drive malware authors. Number 1. Financial gain. This is probably the most common reason. Think ransomware. It encrypts your files and demands payment before you can access them again. Or banking trojans that silently steal your online banking credentials so attackers can drain your account. For many cybercriminals, it's all about the money. Number 2. Espionage and data theft. Sometimes malware isn't about quick cash. Instead, it targets businesses or even governments to steal sensitive data. For example, stealing trade secrets from a tech company or accessing classified government files. This information can be sold, traded, or used for strategic advantage. Number 3. Disruption and sabotage. Here the goal is chaos. Some malware, like certain worms or viruses, can cripple entire networks. Imagine a hospital system being hit, shutting down life-saving equipment or delaying critical treatments. That's not just an inconvenience, it can be a matter of life and death. And number 4, political or ideological reasons. These attacks often come from hacktivists or state-sponsored groups. The goal might be to spread propaganda, gather intelligence, or weaken an opponent. For instance, malware could target a rival country's power grid or banking system as part of a larger political conflict. The key takeaway here? Understanding what motivates malware authors helps cybersecurity professionals predict what kind of data or systems might be targeted, and how an attack might spread. When you know the why, it's easier to anticipate the how. How malware works, infection, propagation, and execution. Ever wondered how malware sneaks into a computer, spreads like wildfire, and then causes all that damage? We're breaking it down into 3 simple stages: infection, propagation, and execution. Let's get into it. Infection is the first step. This is how malware enters your system. It could be a fake invoice attached to an email, a malicious website download, a virus on a USB drive, or attackers exploiting unpatched software vulnerabilities. In other words, malware needs a door to come in. And many times we open that door without even realizing it. Once inside, some malware spreads automatically like worms hopping from one computer to another on the same network. Others, like trojans, need us, the users, even to accidentally share infected files or click suspicious links. Finally, when the time is right, malware delivers its payload, the harmful action it was designed for. Depending on the type, it may encrypt your files like ransomware, log every key you type like a keylogger, or open secret backdoors for hackers to take control, like trojans or botnets. Here's a simple real-world example. A user gets an email with a fake invoice PDF. They open it. That's infection. The PDF secretly installs a Trojan, which then downloads ransomware. That's propagation. Next thing you know, files are locked, and a ransom note appears demanding payment. That's execution. 3 steps and total chaos. Interrelationships between two malwares, how some malwares work together. Now, here's something many beginners in cybersecurity often overlook. Most malware doesn't act alone. Understanding these relationships is critical because in many attacks, one type of malware serves as the gateway, allowing another to come in and finish the job. Sometimes 2 or more types even work hand in hand to achieve a common goal. To help you see how this works in the real world, let's look at 5 practical examples of how malware types often team up to cause maximum damage. Example 1, Trojan plus ransomware. A Trojan quietly infiltrates a system, often through a phishing email attachment or a malicious software download. It opens a backdoor giving attackers secret access to the system. Once this door is open, ransomware comes in, encrypts critical files, and demands payment to unlock them. Imagine leaving your house door unlocked because someone tampered with the lock without you knowing. Later that night, burglars come in and steal everything valuable. That's exactly how ransomware rides on the back of a Trojan. Example 2, Worm plus botnet. A worm spreads automatically across networks, infecting thousands of devices rapidly without human interaction. Once the devices are infected, botnet malware takes control, turning them into a network of zombie machines for coordinated attacks. It's like a contagious flu spreading through a school. First, one sick student infects many others, the worm. Then someone uses all those sick students to create chaos in the entire school, the botnet launching a DDoS attack. Example 3, spyware plus keylogger. Spyware sneaks into your system and stays hidden, monitoring your activities. It then deploys a keylogger to capture everything you type, such as passwords, credit card details, or private messages. It's like someone secretly planting a camera and microphone in your office, watching what you do, and recording your conversations. The keylogger writes down everything you type while the spyware sends it back to the attacker. Recap. We've covered what malware is and its key characteristics, how it differs from ordinary software, its real-world impacts on individuals, businesses, and governments. The main goals of malware authors, how malware operates in stages, and how different malware types can work together for bigger attacks. By understanding what malware is, its key characteristics, its impact, and the fundamentals of how it works, you now have the foundation to start recognizing and analyzing threats. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into the different types of malware, how to identify them, and real-world examples of their attacks, making you even more equipped to defend against them. Thanks for watching this module. If you found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss the next video, where we'll dive into the different types of malware. Stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.